Guys doing? Alright, so we got some steelbooks here to show you. I guess I'm gonna just dive into them. I did not expect Mid-Level Media to upload his Steelbook Collection video the same day I was planning to do mine, but whatever. Let's start with this one, Wolf of Wall Street. This one's a weird one. Let me explain how I found this one. Walmart had this on clearance for $2. And to this day, I have no idea why. Basically, I found this on accident. I went into their movie section. I had some other things I was picking up. And I go over to this end cap, and they had Scream Factory titles. They were like $13 on clearance. I'm like, nah, that's not really that much of a deal. Because, I was seeing that in their normal Blu-ray section, that Scream Factory and Shout Factory titles were just $10. I'm like, these aren't really marked down. I saw the Matrix Blu-ray trilogy set for like $10. I'm like, these aren't really that big of a deal. Then I saw this random steelbook. I didn't even know what it was. Bam. I have never watched this steelbook ever. Mostly because this is a movie that, is very adult. So when I want to watch it, it's late at night. Can't really do that because it's 3 hours long. And one of these days I will get around to watching this movie, but I would rather get the 4K steelbook now. So this steelbook will probably just end up going to a friend or something. But yeah, it's very weird that they had this steelbook for $2, but it's nothing special. It's actually kind of my least favorite steelbook. I think it's absolutely, definitely the worst one I have. Braveheart steelbook. I've never watched Braveheart. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that in the comments. Yes, I know. I need to watch this movie. Again, another one that's 3 hours long, though. And this is one that probably I'm trying to have watched by the end of this year. Actually sat down and watched Braveheart. But, yeah, this is a cool-looking steelbook. I like it. Wish I had just waited, though, and gotten the Gladiator and Braveheart 4K double pack instead of that. But what can you do? Because now I just need to track down Gladiator. Not the steelbook, but just it on 4K in general. But Coming to America, this is my favorite comedy, and of course I do have the sequel on Blu-ray, but we're not here to talk about that. That's not a steelbook. This steelbook is amazing artwork. I love this steelbook so much. There's the inside of it, and this is my problem. I don't know. It's hard to choose my favorite comedy, but if I had to pick, it's between Meet the Parents, Zoolander, and this one. This came with the poster. That's really cool. I have that up on one of my bookshelves on the side of it, taped up. That's really cool. And yeah, one of my favorite movies. Great to have in 4K. Though I will say, if you're someone who cares about having the Blu-ray and 4K disc, it's just a 4K disc in this. But it's a nice looking steelbook. Looks fantastic. I think it's one of the best steelbooks Paramount's ever done for a movie that, is a great time, but not, as great as some of the other major classics they put out. Prisoners of the Ghostland. This steelbook is the only way you can get this movie on 4K. This is a bizarre Nicolas Cage movie. If you like bizarre Nicolas Cage movies, definitely check it out. However, I don't recommend getting this on 4K because here's the inside. And it's a cool looking steelbook, don't get me wrong, but this 4K disc bangs around all the damn time because it's just stacked on top of this Blu-ray spot. So you have a Blu-ray and 4K disc, and it's not made to hold two discs. So that 4K disc comes barreling out and banging around all the time without me having to do a single thing. I've only watched this one time, and I have to deal with that all the time. So it's really bad. But I got Mothra. It's Mothra. It's a good movie. This is kind of what influenced. If you guys like those Lionsgate steelbooks, this is one of the first steelbooks to do that. It's not a Lionsgate steelbook, but it is a steelbook of the same ilk, I guess. But you just pull that. Cool artwork, giant monsters. It's got amazing artwork. And when I got this, it was like $12, which is crazy for such a, high-end profile title. And it does have the Japanese and US versions, and it's got commentaries and all kinds of stuff. It's actually a really neat release. Mill Creek did an incredible job with this release. If you like that sort of thing, you definitely got to get that Mothra steelbook. This is one you're not going to see a lot of people show off. That is because this is a rare steelbook. This Steelbook, basically you could only get this as a bundle deal with the Funko Pop of the CEO of the company Funko, because this is a documentary all about the making of Funko, and it's their documentary, and it's got a replica of the ticket that you would get if you went to the theater that it showed in, and on the back it's got images of the theater it was shown in. It's got DVD and Blu-ray disc. Very cool, very rare, very limited number. So if you want that, very hard to get, but it is one of my favorite things that I own. And thank you to my grandmother who got me that as a gift. Very hard to find though. I had to pay like $50 for that and the Funko Pop. Or well, at least she did anyways. The Transformers, the movie. This is not the 4K Steelbook. I need to upgrade. Because as much as this looks great on Blu-ray, I mean, that 4K looks phenomenal. I just don't own it yet. This Steelbook kind of sucks anyways. I don't really like the way this Steelbook looks, but it's a good movie. I love that movie. Dances with Wolves. This is a great movie. It's got, the extended and stuff. This is a very limited Steelbook, so I would say if it's still in stock, still grab it. There's a lot of them, though. I think there's a lot more than they claim to have actually produced, because I see that one a lot, but I'm also someone who was like, when I saw the limited number, I'm like, shit, grab. Django Unchained. This was a great Quentin Tarantino movie. Really loved finally sitting down and watching that this year, and I need to watch more Mr. Quentin Tarantino's filmography, but that was a great watch. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Steelbook constantly goes on sale for $11, so or like $10.99 on Amazon. So if you really want this great looking Steelbook, all that. I haven't watched this yet though. I mean, I've seen the movie, but I haven't watched the Steelbook yet, and I definitely recommend grabbing that. 31. This is a Target exclusive. I think this is still available. I've seen this multiple times on clearance at Target. The Steelbook looks incredible. I love Rob Zombie movies, except Lords of Salem. We don't talk about that one, but this one's a lot of fun. And it's not for everyone, just like all of Rob Zombie's films, but it's a great look at Steelbook. And if you can get that thing for like $15, I would go for it. It's a great deal for that. Whiplash, one of the best films of the last 10 years. Love Whiplash. Amazing. And I love the 4K. I've watched that many times. It's my favorite film to show to people who you want to show them a really good movie, and you want to show them a little bit something art house-y, but you don't want to like show them an art house movie because you want a movie that that they're definitely going to enjoy. So I pop in Whiplash, and that's the one I always show them. And everyone I've ever shown Whiplash loves it. So 21 and 22 Jump Street, these are great comedies. I love Channing Tatum in these movies, and Jonah Hill's really funny too. Great to have those in 4K. Alright, some Universal Steelbooks. The Serenity one. I don't know how this got damaged like this, but this is the part that holds in the DVD. Bangs around a lot. So, I don't know. Next time I see the 4K on sale, I need to upgrade to the 4K, because this is just a Blu-ray Steelbook, and eliminate the broken Steelbook. I bought this over the 4K because I didn't have a 4K TV at the time, and the Steelbook, I thought, oh, Steelbook. And honestly, the Steelbook's garbage. I don't like it. To Kill a Mockingbird. This is a great classic movie, of course. $9 on Amazon, so I picked that up. Breakfast Club, amazing Steelbook. This is my favorite Steelbook, or at least one of them. And this is one of those ones that I think once I get the Criterion, that I will keep this Steelbook and own 2 copies of it. It's just that good. And I love Breakfast Club. Watch that movie all the time. Blues Brothers, great movie. From what I hear, I haven't watched it yet, so I don't really have too much to say about that. And I know. I need to watch these movies. E.T., I mean, this is a classic. Spielberg, just not one of my favorites. Kind of a little too slow for my interest, and the music's great, and some of the scenes are iconic, but it's also weirdly dark for what's pitched as a family movie. Schindler's List, this is a great movie, obviously, won Best Picture, blah, blah, blah. Halloween 2018, hell yeah, I love Halloween. I need to get more Halloween movies in my collection. Hellboy, on 4K. I have Hellboy 2 as well, but that's just the original Hellboy, Guillermo del Toro one. Wonder Steelbook. The Steelbook looks great for a movie that I'm not crazy about, but every once in a while, I don't know why, I just want to watch this movie because it is kind of a feel-good movie. I prefer the book over it, but yeah, I'm one of those guys for this one, apparently. Everyone has at least one, I think. Sicario. This is a great movie. The Steelbook's great. I got this for $13 off Best Buy's website. Incredible looking Steelbook. American Psycho, which I've still never seen, but I know the Steelbook looks amazing, and that's all I need. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. I just have not. Again, movies that are really adult, I try to watch them late at night, and that's my problem, is I can't watch movies late at night. I can't do it. I'm a night owl. I can watch TV late at night, but something about movies, something that like really has to hold my attention, especially like American Psycho, I just can't do. Ponyo. Don't really like Ponyo that much. I think it's definitely one of my least favorite Studio Ghibli movies. Kiki's Delivery Service, one of my favorites. Hocus Pocus. This is amazing Steelbook. Love the 4K. Finding Dory. It's not as good as Finding Nemo, but you know what? I think it's actually underrated. And it's weird because when I saw it, I was so excited for that movie, and I was just like, nah, this kind of sucks. And then the more I've seen the film, it's really grown on me, and I don't know, something about it. Home Alone 4K Steelbook. Love Home Alone, one of my favorite movies. So I had to have that 4K Steelbook. Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook. Amazing looking Steelbook. Still wish we had 4Ks of that. But Full Metal Jacket, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's so bizarre because you say this is one of your favorites, but then you're like, how many times are you going to watch this movie? Probably once, and that's it. But I still love it. The Town. Still never seen this one, but the Steelbook looked cool, and I need to watch it. These were part of a Best Buy exclusive 4K box set of these movies, and I just threw out the box. And some people might hate me for that, but I really like how these look sitting on the shelf together like this, and the colors pop a lot more outside the box, and that box just took up too much space. I really hate the design of those. I like that they bundled them together, but at the same time, it just was too frustrating for me. Batman Ninja, great looking Steelbook, but terrible movie. But a guilty pleasure. Same thing with this Avatar 3 movies Steelbook as the Batman set. I just prefer these out of the package. Some people might kill me over that in the comments, but I don't care. Clueless, fun movie. Wayne's World, great comedy, and it's a really good one that when you're having a party to throw on Wayne's World, because no matter what their sense of humor, there's usually at least one part in that movie that they're really gonna laugh at. Aeon Flux, terrible movie, but I got the complete series and I did the video on it, so you can see me review this movie and that show in that video. Sonic the Hedgehog, 4K Steelbook. I'm about to go see the sequel, so that's cool. I don't really like this Steelbook, to be honest. This design looks like very similar to his old design, even though it's not. It doesn't. It's very bizarre. I don't like the design of that. Hunt for Red October, classic. I love Jack Ryan movies. Shutter Island. Never seen this one, but definitely need to do that very soon. It's one of the ones I just, again, need to sit down and actually watch some of this shit, but I don't. Zoolander, my favorite, again, one of my favorite comedies. Airplane, amazing parody spoof movie, one of the best ever made, obviously. I need to get Airplane 2, though, but that's everything. So you can let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.